So we have we have v is equals to u plus at is one equation. Okay. Next, s is equals to ut plus s is equals to ut plus half a t square. This is second equation. Next, third equation of motion is v square minus u square is equals to 2as. These three equations we have. We derived these in the previous classes. Now, so for freely falling body, what happens if there is an object? Okay? If there is an object, if we are dropping it onto the ground. So when we are dropping it onto the ground, so we are not imposing any initial velocity. So its initial velocity is zero. Okay. Initially, it is we are not throwing it. It is having a zero initial velocity. So when it is dropped, so what happens? It will reach ground. So it will reach ground after certain time. Okay. After certain time, it will reach ground. It will have certain final velocity. I don't know what is the final velocity in this general example. So only what we know is it will when we are dropping it, its initial velocity will be zero and acceleration will become acceleration due to gravity. As it is falling down, g will become positive. Okay. If it is going up, g will be negative. Okay. As I am speaking about freely falling, so a will be plus g. Right now, if I change these equations into that, so what happens? First equation of motion. What happens to first equation of motion here? So first equation of motion will be, so v is equals to we have already v. Now v is equals to u is a zero as we are having in that example. So zero. So we don't need to write. A became g and t we have. Okay, v equals to gt. This is our first equation of motion. Next, s is equals to s is what our height. How much height it was there. So that much height will be it will be traveling. That is our h. So h is equals to s becomes h. Next, u into t. Anyhow, u is 0. 0 into t it will become 0. Half a becomes g and t square. Okay. Next, last one. So when we go with the last one, so v square minus u square. U value is 0. So it is 0 only. So 2g h it becomes. Right. So v is equals to gt and this is in terms of acceleration due to gravity and time. Here this is also v only, but it is in terms of acceleration due to gravity and height. This value will be known and height will be known easily. Okay, at how much height we are dropping. Okay, and if you know these two things, if you know height, anyhow acceleration due to gravity value will be known. If you know height, easily we can find what is its final velocity. From there, if we simplify it, so what do we get? Root 2gh will be getting. Okay, so this is the height. How much velocity it will possess for a freely falling body. These are the equations for freely falling body. We can use these directly. If there is a freely falling body or a case, if it is there, we can use these directly. If you feel difficult to remember this, you can remember the same equations, you can apply those conditions. Okay, not a big issue. Next, here if you want to write a ratio of distances traveled in seconds, so if I consider ratio of distances traveled, ratio of distances traveled, ratio of distances traveled in 1 second, 2 second, 3 second, etc. If I do this, so what happens? So how much distance it will travel in 1 second? So what we will get here? If I apply, this is what the distance traveled, HRS. So I will take it as h only. S is equals to h I am written. So I will write it as S1. So S1 is equals to, because first distance I am calculating, S1 is equals to, what is the formula? Half gt square. Half into g into t value is 1, 1 square is 1. So what did we get? G by 2 we got. Okay. Same way. S2 is equals to, if I write, the distance traveled in 2 seconds. Okay, so in complete 2 seconds, how much distance it will travel? Half into g into t square. T value is what? 2. 2 square means 4. Okay, 2 into 2. Right. So 1 2 will cancel out. So what is left out? 2 g is left out. Right. Oh. No. So what is left out here? 2g is left out. This is distance traveled in 2 seconds. Same way, if I write for distance traveled for one more time, 3 seconds if I write. So what do we get? S3 is equals to S3 is equals to so S3 is equals to half into same formula I'm using this formula half into g into t. T value becomes now third second, sorry, 3 seconds I'm taking. So 3 seconds means 3 into 3 into 3. Okay, so 3 into 3 into 3. Now, so what happens? So anyhow this cannot be cancelled with 2. So 3 into 3, 3 3s are 9, 9 3s are 27. 27 by 2 into g we got, right? This is S3. Now, if we take ratios of all of these, if we take ratios of all of these, what do we get? The ratios of distance traveled for a freely falling body if we write. So what do we get in this? Oh. So S1 is to S2 is to S3 can be written as. So in the first case we got it as a 2G is to, sorry, first case half G, right? Half G is to 2G is to, this 2G I am writing it as a 4 by 2. It will be easy for our calculation. There 4 by 2 is there, no? The same thing I am writing 4 by 2G. Next is to last one is what? 27 by 2G. It will be continued if we take further. Okay, so only for 3 elements I have taken, so the same will be taken out. Now this rg will be there in all the terms, that will be cancelled out. Here what will get? 1 is to 4 is to 27, right? Now it will be continued. So this is a one second, I made small mistake somewhere here. Right, here only square we have. Now I wrote here 3 times. Here it is no, no, 3 into 3 only it will be actually. 3 3s are 9 here we have to get it, right? Just a minute. Right? No. So what do we get? 3 3s are 9 here we will be getting 9 by 2. Here also we will be getting 9 by 2. Here 1 is to 4 is to 9. Still further if we take S1 is to S2 is to S4, continuously we will get a 1 is to 4 is to 9. So that means what we are getting 1 is to, next one is what? 2 seconds. 2 seconds is 2 square is to 3 square is to, so it will be continued. N square we will get if we write for further seconds also. This is a extra information. What is the ratio of distances traveled in 1 second, 2 second, consecutive seconds if we write. Okay, 1 second, 2 seconds, and 3 seconds and all. Right. Next we will do one more thing. What is the distance traveled in first second to second to third second? Okay, so that if we do, what do we get? We'll see. Right. So here for the same freely falling body, if we write the distance traveled in n seconds, already we have. So what is the distance traveled in n seconds formula? Sn is equals to u plus a into n minus half formula is there already. Now For freely falling body, if we write Sn, so actually it will be better to write nth. We are writing for nth second, no? S nth second is equals to this. If you write for freely falling body, u anyhow u becoming 0, so that I don't need to write 0 plus a becoming a z, and n minus half anyhow it will be same. Now what happens? Distance traveled in nth second for a freely falling body is g into n minus half, right? Now based on this, here I will be calculating ratio of distances traveled, ratio of distances traveled, ratio of distances traveled in in first comma second comma third seconds. If we take ratios of distances traveled in these seconds, what do we get? First s first second, s first. So what will get? Here g into, in n place will be getting 1, so 1 minus half, so 1 minus half will be half, so we'll be getting it as g by 2 will be getting 1 by 2 into g means g by 2. Next, distance traveled in second. Previously what we have done is 2 seconds, complete 2 seconds. Here what we are writing is only in second. Okay, now g into 2 minus half. So what happens? 2 minus half is, so if we take LCM of this, 2 to the 4 minus 1, that is 3 by 2 will get 3g by 2 I am getting over here. Next, distance traveled in third second, only in the third second. So what do we get? G into 3 minus 1 by 2. So what will be getting? So here LCM if we take, 2 will be the denominator. So in the numerator what happens? 3 to the 6 minus 1. So 5g by 2, right? So these are the different fractions. So we can continue the same. Now if we write ratio, what do we get? Ratio, if we go with the ratio, so s first to s second to distance traveled in third. So if we take these ratios, what happens? G by 2 is to 3g by 2 is to 5g by 2. So all these we are getting, right? Now if we continue, what we will get? G by 2 will be cancelled out in all the terms. What will be left out? 1 is to 3 is to 5, right? So if we continue further, for s first is to s second, s first is to s second is to s third is to, up to, if we continue, s nth second. So up to there if we consider, what we will get? 1 is to 3 is to 5 is to, up to, what will be getting? Odd number will get, that means 2n plus 1 we can write. 2n plus 1, 2n plus 1 is the odd number, right? So this is how ratios of distances traveled in different time intervals